Hello everybody, Stuart Spencer here, winemaker at Saint Amant. Standing in our new barrel room here from a couple of years ago. We converted under one of the old brandy aging warehouses, and this used to be filled all with this wooden rack supporting the ceiling. And so fortunately we needed a little more space, and fortunately we convert this space into our new barrel room. But today I'm here and we're tasting through our Lodi native Zinfandels, and we're offering up this unique gift pack of 4 of the vintages from 2015, 2016, 2017, and 2018. And I'm tasting the 2015 right now, and I just tasted through all 4 of the wines, and there's something remarkable about all 4 of these wines in that there definitely is a similarity across all of them. There was a definite consistency to them, and they're all tasting really good. And to me, they still have a lot of life left into them. Couple of things when you're thinking about our Marion Zinfandel versus our Lodi native Marion's Vineyard Zinfandel. They're basically 100% from the same vineyard, oftentimes picked at the same time. But follow somewhat of a different winemaking procedure. With the Lodi native, it's all native yeast fermentation, so it's allowed to ferment naturally. There's no new oak on it, no water or acid additions or any other sorts of things like that. The only thing we use is sulfites. With our Marions from our regular vineyard, we tend to use a little bit of new French oak on it, so it usually gets about 15, maybe 20% new oak. And then sometimes, a portion of it is fermented with selected yeast and a portion is fermented with native yeast. But in the wines, how they kind of manifest themselves and express themselves is the native always tends to me to have a much more savory quality to it. They also, I think, are more expressive aromatically. So they tend to have more of these red fruit characters that kind of come through in the smell or aroma of the wine. Then the kind of primary or dark colored fruits are, blackberries and black cherries I tend to get out of our Marion's Vineyard regular edition. And then it has this more of a savory finish to it as well, too. And when I say savory, what does that mean? It's less of the fruit flavors and more kind of, savory-like flavors of things, like cooked meats and things along those lines, or herbs and spices. You tend to get a lot more spiciness in the natives than I do out of the other ones. And it is very much more aromatic. It tends to have a little bit more acidity to it and brightness that kind of brings it to life, as well as the alcohol tends to be a little bit lower on it. It's always the first thing we pick of our reds every year. And it varies from vintage to vintage. So the 2018, which we're selling right now as a standalone wine, that was a cooler year, and I don't think we picked until about the 10th of September, the 12th of September. And very moderate ripening season, very nice aromatics and fruit expression. The 2017, on the flip side of it, was a light crop, and we had this incredible heat wave the last week of September, or last week of August, that just saw the vines really suffer and struggle as we had probably about 8 days, well over 100 degrees throughout Northern California, and the old vines took a beating during that time, and we started picking and picked as quickly as we could, but we had to be very selective that year. There was a lot of grapes we threw out, and the Lodi native in the 2017 was the earliest we did pick. And one of the things about it too is the alcohol is a little higher in the 17 than it is on the 18. 2016 and 2015, 2016 was a great year. We had across the board incredible flavors and ripeness, and it came together really well. 2015, that's 5 years ago, and quite honestly, I can't remember what the hell happened 5 years ago. And I couldn't find my notes on it too, but the wine, which I'm drinking right now from 2015, is drinking very well. It tends to have a little bit more as it ages. Some of that primary fruit flavors tends to drop, and you get more of that spiciness and kind of herbiness that comes through in the wine, but it's got real nice flavor and length to it. And I think all 4 of these wines should keep for a long time, and I think they make a unique set. If you're looking to give somebody a gift, this would be a great one. So enjoy the wines, and if you have any questions, always feel free to ask.